High Frequencies family. I want to talk to you about the dream that occurred last night and some of the symbolism that I saw in the dream and the energy that we are in and will be in now. And in the dream, I was headed to this meeting with one of my mentors, but I stopped at the store. It was like this outdoor mall. It was like an outdoor mall, and I remember I was picking up what it was like some protein powder. One was whey, one was soy. The lady behind me, she was getting whey, and I was like, oh, I can't have that kind. They said, well, we have soy. And I said, okay, let me get that. And it was huge. It was this big, huge container. And it was in this pink container, and it was huge. I mean, really, really big. And I remember him giving me my receipt to pay for it, like my ticket. And it had 91, 91, 91 on there 3 times. It was 91, 91, 91. The 91 was repeating 3 times. And so before I checked out, I walked around the corner and I was looking at some other items. It was like some clothes. This was like a shop for like an athletic wellness shop. And I remember looking at some shorts and some other things, and I saw one of the customer service ladies or that worked there. And this lady that worked there, she ended up being someone that I know in this reality. We grew up together. And she saw me and she said, oh my God. She said, we've been looking for you. We've been looking for you. And I said, what? And she's like, yeah, we've been looking for you. We needed you to come and do this. It was an event. We need you to come and do this. And she was like, here, take my card. Because I was getting ready to give her my, she was like, here, no. She said, take my card and contact me. Take my card and contact me. And I was like, okay, I will. And then I remember the dream transitioning to me being like out of the country. But I was working for like this. No, let me go back. I was out of the country. And initially it started out where I was going by my mother's house. But once I got to my mother's house, there were like my nieces and nephews, but they were little. They were like, it was 3 of them. They were really little, like little children, like, 3, 5, 6, 7 years old. They were outside playing. And they were outside playing. It was like nobody's watching them. So I was looking for them and I was making sure they was okay. Well, there was this other, like, being that was out there. This other woman. It was a feminine energy. And she was upset. It's like she was upset that I was there. She was upset that I showed up. And I was protecting the children. And she was like, I'm going to throw bricks. I'm going to throw bricks at you. And I was like, throw your bricks. Like, and every brick that she tried to throw at me never hit. Like, she continued to miss me. Like, she tried to throw bricks at my head. Like, she really wanted to throw these bricks so they could land on my head. And they always missed. So I took the children. I went around, I knocked on the door, and my mother opened the door, and I told her, I was like, do you know they were outside? And she was like, yeah, I was watching them. And I was like, how you watching them and you ain't here? And da-da-da-da-da. Like, you have to protect them. So then the dream transitioned to, like, I'm with my cousin and my sister, and we ended up at this IT firm. Like, we worked for some type of artificial intelligence firm, and it's like a high-end corporate firm. And it was weird because, they were, speaking in, like, it's IT terms that I knew, but I was going back. My mind was going in and out of this reality, like I'm not familiar with this, but then I am familiar with this. And then in the dream, I was connected to this guy that worked there as well. And we ended up leaving. And that's where I ended up being out of the country. And I was in a truck with him. We ended up being in Dubai. I definitely remember it being Dubai. And we ended up being in Dubai, and it was his birthday. And we were celebrating his birthday, but we ended up going from Dubai to, like, this inner city, like, projects. And I had 2 purses. And it was like we were, like, really wealthy. He was well known. He was really wealthy. He was known. And he was on the phone, talking to some of his friends. It was his birthday. And he was telling them where we was getting ready to go and what we were going to do. And it was weird. We dropped inside of this, like, neighborhood project of poverty people, and he knew some of these people, and that's where he wanted to celebrate. And I was sitting there like, oh my God, I'm afraid. And I had put my purse down and my jacket, and he wanted me to walk over with him. So I pick up both my purses. I walk over there with him. And he was like, you acting like you scared or something, like, what's going on? I'm like, I can't just leave my purse and stuff here and somebody might get it. Like, I got to hold on to my items. And so then I remember waking up. The energies now are just very extreme. You can tap into whatever you need to so you can bring it forth here in this realm. A lot of people have been talking about the veil. The veil, the veil, the veil. So I'm going to go a little bit into what is the veil? What is the veil? People talking about the veil. When we talk about the veil, we're only talking about these different states. It goes deep. I'm going to talk about one way we can look at the veil. We can look at the veil as these different perceptions or aspects of the mind. And some aspects of the mind have been, I would say, lying dormant, have not been activated. We have been unable to touch it for whatever reason. We have not been able to access these memories from what some may call past lives, future lives. We have been unable to understand it, and we may see it in dreams, but not really get what it is. It's almost like the Akashic records. It is your life. And bringing that back into the one being, which is you. Another part of the veil, which is also very similar to what I just stated with the different recesses of the mind, is the different alternate states of or dimensions, I would say. Just like we saw if you saw Doctor Strange, the multiverse. There's different states of being in different dimensions of you, which is also different recesses of the mind and your different thought processes. It's still all you, but you exist in these different realms and these different universes and these different dimensions. You can be able to tap into these different dimensions, these different existences, your Akashic records, and pull out what you want to bring and have in this reality. I talked about in my dream of those who were looking for me, which was really me. Me seeing the repeating numbers of 9 and 1, which are the numbers, right? The numbers that we have are 1 and 9. Those are like real numbers. It's just showing me both parts of me, which is a dual nature, but we are beyond duality. I don't want people to think that you're just a duality. You're a positive and a negative. You're a masculine, a feminine. Like, it's so many aspects of the human existence, and not just even the human existence, the mind. Our existence is all mental, and we cannot even begin to fathom everything. We don't know everything that we are. I dislike people who get on a platform of whatever it may be and try to tell you what it is and what it isn't. We don't know. Nobody knows what it is, what it isn't. We've only received glimpses. And so I'm sharing with you what has been shared with me. And we take all of our shares and we try to get another glimpse into the next level. And so the veil, the recesses of the mind, the Akashic records, the multiverse, the different dimensions of our existence. All right, all these different yous, which is all in your mind. Those connections are open and available. The veil is down. That means that block from you to your other you, to your other you, to your other you, other you, other you, other you, other you, other you, to infinity or whatever it is. It's dropped. And you can be able to go into the recesses of your mind, the depths of your thoughts, your mind, the connections you have with those energy forces of you, and bring back those energies, those powers, those knowings of protection, of love, of illuminating light, and being able to spread that energy and shoot that energy out among the world, among those people here in this realm, which we call the world, of those people. Because the energy that we shoot out to the people that's in this world, it's like playing the pinball machine. And when you pull back and you release the ball, that ball just hits here, there, just tap, 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 taps everywhere. And then it circles back down, comes back to you. And you pull back again on the lever and release the ball, and it ping, 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 ping. That is what's going on with the energy that we shoot out. So, in regards of the pinball, I'm not stating that it's shooting out and hitting on other people, which is doing that too. But what I'm saying is that energy that you're pulling back on and you're shooting out is also hitting all of these different realities and existences of yourself, which is in the recesses of your mind. And it is healing you, which is healing us, which is healing everybody, which is it, because it hits everything, because everything is you. So that energy ball that you pull back on and you're releasing out is hitting everyone, which is also hitting you, and it comes back to you and you get to cycle it right back out. All right, if you can envision that going out and shooting out to people, and you just think of those people being different dimensions. You can think of those people being different existences of you. You can think of those people being, your Akashic records, you. You can think of those people as being just the people that they are. You can think of it in any type of way, because it all is. And then it all isn't, because the ball always comes back to you. So tap into that energy. Tap into that pinball of energy that you can release out. Because the energy that you are releasing out in love, balance, and harmony out into this world is out into these dimensions, is out into, everything. One end of the spectrum, which is the dark, the light, the middle, all parts of it is still you. And it's healing for yourself, and it's healing for others, which is still you. So you are needed. Like she told me in a dream, we've been looking for you. Yes, I have been looking for myself. We've been here looking for ourselves. And we're on a mission. We're on a mission to get back to the one, the 9 and the 1, the 9 and the 1, 9 1 9 1 9 1, right? 9 and 1 is what? 10. 10. 1 and the 0. Which ends up being just you, the 1. All right? 0 is, it's like the egg, it's the womb. The 1 is the spark. It's the divine spark. Some people call it yin and yang or masculine and feminine, but it's just you. It's just you. Your womb of energy of creation, but it's a divine spark within you that you were given, you were endowed with your creation, that you can shoot out that energy. And so many people, so many parts of your existence will awaken, will come into their divinity, will come into their powers, will connect back, and envision yourself holding hands in just this unending circle of you. You holding your hand with you, holding your hand with you, holding your hand with you, you. You continue to hold your hand with you. Because it's within your connection, your divine connection, that you end up bringing back to center into your divinity, into this reality that you have here, that can shoot that energy out like a pinball and connect to others, which still connects to you. All right. So the veil is gone, which is good. The veil is down. The veil is gone. There is no veil. There is no veil. There is no veil. The veil that disconnect, We would say, I call it a disconnection. It's that disconnect. It's that glimpse of, I'm receiving glimpses of what I'm not really sure that's gone. All right? You are completely connected back with your other selves, back with your soul tribe, back with your other existences, other universes. And you are in full control of how you want to move forward. If you want to move forward in love, if you want to move forward, in protection and love for your family, and, if you want to build a sustainable lifestyle, if you want to increase your finances, if you want to eat healthier foods, if you want to have a healthier body, if you want a new career, if you want to have a connective, loving family, if you want everybody in good health, if you want to have a good connection with your coworkers, if you want to have a loving relationship, if you want to reevaluate the connection with your children and bring them love and protection with your children, even if they're adults or even if they're little. Connecting back to your spouse, your loved one, your husband or your wife. Connecting that relationship with your mother. Connecting that relationship with your father, your sister, your siblings, your cousins, your grandmother, your grandfather. Reestablishing, reconnecting those friendships and relationships with those people that you may have been friends with that you disconnected with. Using that energy like a pinball and just shooting it out. And watch how it comes back to you. Shooting that loving energy out. And just watch how it comes back to you. The veil is down. There's no veil. You are receiving back exactly what you put out. This is a blood moon, full moon energy. In a total lunar eclipse. All right? So things are going to be illuminated and things are going to be covered up. And we can illuminate and we can cover up those things that we don't want anymore. Release it out and bring light to those things that we do want and shoot that energy out. And being aware to be able to vocalize what we want, being able to vocalize what we are wanting to have and to attract and feel it with the complete illumination of our bodies. We envision your body being in a complete illumination and shooting that energy out from your heart chakra. Just feeling that energy in your heart, releasing out. The veil is gone. We are protected. We are the light. We are divine. We are connected to all states of our existences that makes us even more powerful, knowing that we know who we are and they are not blocking that anymore. They've been looking for you. She said, I've been looking for you. Yes, I know. I know. I am connecting back to all of what I am and who I am. I'm thankful. I'm grateful. High frequencies, family.